Well, here we are, about to anoint a Prime Minister who has only once been voted against in an election process which happened just a few weeks ago. A man called Rishi Sunak, a man who nobody in the Tory party actually wants to be Prime Minister, apart from a few people, maybe as many as a couple of hundred people, who happen to work in Westminster, who happen to be MPs, who happen to be betraying their very own constituents, those people who put them in charge. I'm going to make no bones about it this morning. Rishi Sunak should not be the Prime Minister of this country. Rishi Sunak does not have, in any way, a mandate to be the Prime Minister of this country. He stabbed Boris Johnson in the back. But this is not about Boris Johnson. This is not about Rishi Sunak. And it's not even about Penny Mordaunt. Some people think she should be the next Prime Minister. However, this is what it's about. It's about democracy. It's about what we do in this country. It's about how we run this country. And I'm afraid putting Jeremy Hunt in the Chancellor's chair, a man who has run for leader twice and lost miserably, came 8th out of 8 last time, to put a man in the Prime Minister's chair who has only run for office once inside the Conservative Party and lost, to put him in charge is an absolute travesty. And it should not be happening. I'm going to say this once and once only, a plague on all their houses. Because these people who run politics in this country, and I count the Labour Party as well, and the Lib Dems and the SNP, they have forgotten the one truth that they should remember. And that is that we put them there and we can take them away anytime we like. We pay their wages, we pay their expenses, we give them the money that they then do nothing with except waste it. We give them all the money they give to the NHS. We give them all the money that they give to our armed forces. We give them all the money that they pay to Serco to house illegal migrants in this country, which nobody wants, right? That's our money they're wasting. They tax us and they take our money and they waste our money. And I'm sick to death of them, quite frankly. So I today will say this. The only way to sort this Tory party out and to fix this Tory party and to make it properly conservative, because that is very far from what it is now, and it's going to get even further away from that under the guise of Messrs Hunt and Sunak, just call an election, right? Do it now and get it over with. And if you lose massively because you're so useless, then you deserve nothing less than that. Because this is where we are in this country. Britain is sick to death of its own politicians. Britain is sick to death of the Tory party. Britain is sick to death of the Labour Party. Britain is sick to death of putting people in charge of political organisations who can't tell you what a woman is. Britain is sick to death of being paid no lip service at all by these morons, right? These are the people who tell us how to behave. These are the people who tell us not to hate others. These are the people who tell us not to drive in a cycle lane. These leaders of ours, who are they? Who gave them the right to tell us what to do? We should be telling them what to do. I'm sick of it. Let's have an election and kick them all out. Let's start again. This is the Independent Republic of Mike Graham, and I'm not taking it anymore. Neither should you. Been an interesting weekend, eh? I don't care whether Boris Johnson runs or not. People said to me last night on Twitter, oh, you'll be crying into your soup now. Not really. I have a job to do here, and my job here is to represent the people of this country. It used to be the job that politicians did, but no, they don't represent the people of this country anymore. They represent themselves, they represent interest groups, they represent lobbyists, they represent global companies, they represent the bankers. They don't represent us. You name me one politician worth his salt, worth the money that we pay them, and I will give you a round of applause.